Hello! So this is my February Reads wrap-up video, as well as a look at what books I'm going to be reading for March. It is kind of late, but who's keeping track? Okay, so for February I didn't get to read a whole lot of actual novels. I was pretty much only reading graphic novels. But the first one I read was Nimona, which I've had for a while, and I've been meaning to read it because I love this artist, Noelle Stevenson. I've been following her art for a while, but I just got around to reading it, and I was not disappointed. It was really good, and her art got way better near the end. She's been working, it started out as a webcomic, I think, and so she's been working on it for a long time. The next one I read was Anderson Cooper's. This was the only novel I read, I think, last month. Anderson Cooper's Dispatches from the Edge. It kind of focused on, it's split up into sections of 3 of his, I don't know how he chose it, maybe his most prominent places that he reported from, or maybe his favorite, but I really liked the section on New Orleans. It was really interesting. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. He's really good at writing. And then the last bit of reading I did was I finished up the My Little Monster series, or the part that's out. I think there's one more book that's coming out. I usually don't read shoujo, but this was really good. I liked all of the characters, and I think that's what was unique about it for me. Because typically in shoujo, there's a lot of really annoying characters. And that was it for February. And then for March, I have a lot more novels that I'm going to be reading. But I do have one graphic novel, and it's Batgirl Volume 1, The Batgirl of Burnside. And I really I've never read any of the Batgirl comics. Usually I read Batman, Spider-Man. But I wanted to start reading this one because I really like the art in it. And I started reading it, and it's really good so far. This one is called Birth, and it's about the history of birth. I started reading it, and she kind of talks about how there are a lot of instructional books on birth, how to give birth, how to work through your pregnancy and afterbirth, but there's not really any good books on the history of how birth has evolved, what we've done to get where we are, etc., etc. So it's really good so far. It's kind of making me not ever want to have a baby, but whatever. Plenty of babies in the world. This is one that I've been wanting to read for a really long time. It's called The Game by Ken Dryden, and it's known as probably the best sports book of all time. And I don't really read sports books, but I really love hockey. So I'm reading this one, and I'm really excited to get started on it. This is one that I picked up from the store. I have no idea what it's about, didn't even care to look at it. I just got it because it was on sale, and I love the cover. It's called The Mathematician Shiva. I did look it up on Goodreads, and it has really good reviews. I think it had 3.5 of 5 stars. So I'm pretty excited to get started on it. And then the last one is Neil Gaiman's Anansi Boys. I've never read any of his stuff, but everybody loves him. And my boyfriend lent this one to me so I could see if I like him or not. So I'm pretty excited to read this one just to see if if I enjoy him as much as everybody else does. But that's about it for February reads and March reads. Thank you. Thank you for watching.